Taiwan searches for dozens trapped by strongest quake in 25 years as casualties mount.
爸爸，不要太靠近，你退后。
Rescuers in Taiwan scrambled to free dozens of trapped people after the island was struck by its strongest earthquake in 25 years Wednesday, killing at least 7 and injuring hundreds of others. The powerful 7.4 magnitude tremor shook the island's east coast, hitting at 7:58 a.m. local time 18 kilometers, 11 miles, south of Hualien city and at a depth of 34.8 kilometers, 21 miles, according to the U.S. Geological Survey. It was followed by several strong aftershocks with tremors felt across the island, including by CNN staff in the capital Taipei. Taiwan's National Fire Agency, NFA, said at least 7 people were killed, 736 injured and 77 others remain trapped following the quake. The severity of the injuries and location of those who are unreachable remains unclear. All the deaths were in Hualien County, among them 3 hikers killed by falling rocks in the tourist hotspot Hydrological Gorge, the NFA said. Falling rocks also killed a truck driver in front of a tunnel on the East Coast Suha Highway, it added. Meanwhile, rescuers were en route to 12 people, including 2 Canadians, trapped on a trail in the gorge. 2 German nationals are also trapped in a tunnel in Hualien, the NFA said, though their condition is unclear. Reports of extensive damage have also emerged, with collapsed buildings in Hualien County, thousands of homes left without power and a major highway closed due to landslides and rockfalls, according to Taiwanese officials. Taiwan's Central Weather Administration spokesperson warned that powerful aftershocks as high as magnitude 7 are expected to occur until the end of the week. The quake prompted initial tsunami warnings in Taiwan, southern Japan and the Philippines, with waves less than half a meter observed along some coasts and prompting airlines to suspend flights. All tsunami warnings were later lifted. In Taiwan, military personnel were dispatched to help with disaster relief and schools and workplaces suspended operations as aftershocks hit the island, according to the Defense Ministry. Earlier today, a major earthquake of magnitude 7.4 struck the central east coast of Taiwan, roughly 20 kilometers south of the city of Hualien. Locals near the epicenter described severe to violent ground shaking during the quake, strong enough to make standing and driving a vehicle difficult. It was reportedly felt across the country, as well as in neighboring China. So, what do we know so far about the quake and what the impacts may be? News outlets have reported at least 4 people have died and dozens were injured as a result of the quake. While much of Taiwan's population lives on the west coast of the country, Hualien City is one of the largest population centers on the east coast. Its population is roughly 100,000. Building damage has been reported in the region near the epicenter of the earthquake, including in Hualien City. Landslides also occurred along the mountainous central east coast. A tsunami warning was issued for Taiwan and nearby countries, including Japan and the Philippines. At the time of writing, a 30-centimeter tsunami was reported along the south coast of Japan. This would have shown up as a noticeable swell on the shore but is unlikely to cause significant damage. The biggest surge in a tsunami is not always the first surge, so it is possible a larger tsunami wave may eventuate, but as time passes, this becomes increasingly unlikely. Taiwan has been shocked by its strongest earthquake since 1999, on Wednesday, April 3, 2024, triggering tsunami warnings for Taiwan, Japan, and the Philippines. As reported by Japan Times, the magnitude 7.7 quake had initially prompted a forecast of waves of up to 3 meters for some areas in Okinawa, with residents strongly urged to evacuate coastal areas. After the tsunami warnings in Taiwan, Japan, and the Philippines, the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center in Hawaii, the United States, said late on Tuesday that the threat had passed. According to a report by Al Jazeera, the Japan Meteorological Agency, JAM, lifted all tsunami advisories on Wednesday afternoon at 12 p.m. after earlier urging residents in Okinawa Island, Miyakojima Island, and Yaeyama Island to evacuate amid warnings of high waves. The agency said that a wave measuring about 30 centimeters, 12 inches, high was detected on the coast of Yonaguni Island about 15 minutes after the quake. Okinawa's main airport suspended flights following the alert. The Philippines' seismology agency canceled its alert after earlier warning that coastal areas would experience high tsunami waves.
Oh.